Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 31 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And before I get started, I do want to have a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of a talk about the pace of play of this campaign, because it definitely has become an issue. And I just want you all to understand that that I'm aware of it. And I want to talk a little bit about, how this has happened, I suppose. In some senses, I know that a lot of you already understand sort of my MO, I think that a lot of you do understand how I do play these games. I do play them slower. I do like to really dig in and learn about the game. These are my first two campaigns that I'm playing with Rome Total War on this channel, so there is a lot to kind of, understand and kind of dig into. So there is that, but there's still something else that's holding me back, and I just want you all to be aware that I'm aware of it. It's something that has kind of plagued me for a while now. I know that going back all the way back to my Shogun days, I like building full stack armies. It's something that I like to play with. I think they're more fun. I think that it gives you a chance to incorporate more of a unit variety and use some units that might not be the meta. And this is not going to change about me. I do like using, different units and stuff. But there's something that I need to sort of understand and kind of wrap my head around. And it's something that I'm starting to kind of work through with my current medieval campaign as well, which is the idea of sort of building smaller army camps and using them for different purposes, like raiding and such. Raiding and garrison and stuff like that. And obviously, this sort of lets you do more things at once, right? Not every settlement on this map is held in a way that, you need a full army or two to attack. Especially, if I had done this earlier in the campaign, I could have just, blitzed a bit better. Now, I don't like blitzing, and I know you all know that, so I don't really want to fall into that, but there's definitely more of a gray area that I need to sort of learn how to do, because there is definitely a pace of play issue here. With medieval and Shogun, it is interesting that the ports, once you build up your port system, and in medieval, once you build up your navies, you can basically insta transport your troops across the map, which is, it actually does kind of speed up the pace of play, even though armies are trained up at sort of a similar pace. They can be sort of consolidated and moved around a bit faster because it only takes one turn to move something from province to province, despite the distances between those provinces once you have those, port infrastructure set up. So this game, though, it really is a bit slowed down just because there isn't any instant transportation. Sure, navies are faster, but it's not instant by any means. Navies still have to travel the length of the sea. Armies are very much dependent on the unit that's, traveling, whether it's infantry or siege or cavalry. The roads, of course. I'm learning that, the road networks really do matter, and staying on the roads matters. Like if you kind of get caught in no man's land, this was just disgusting, being down here. That was so awful because it took forever to travel through because there's no roads. So I'm learning these things, and I'm learning that I need to sort of be a little bit more flexible with my army comps, and understanding that I need to sort of come up with maybe like a half stack, for instance, army comp that I'm more comfortable with using. It is different in Shogun and Medieval. Like in Shogun and Medieval, a full stack is 16 units, and a half stack is 8 units. So you can see why I didn't like using smaller stacks. It just, it seems very limited. Now a half stack in this game is 10 units. That's a bit better, isn't it? That's a bit more realistic. And there is also an historical authenticity sort of side to this as well, because we know that most of warfare came from raiding, not pitched battles. And even a lot of sieges seem to be a bit smaller in scale. Now, the era of antiquity may have been a bit different. I think that a lot of the armies were quite big during this time period, but still, I can imagine there was many instances of more small-scale warfare that just weren't recorded, in this time period. So we see like in the Middle Ages, like there's just so many small battles and so many small sieges, and they mattered though because these really do change the face of the battlefield. So I think that by incorporating more small elements and small armies and using them for various purposes, whether it's raiding, I think raiding would be fun in this game, sort of to try to draw out enemies from the settlements. You know, setting ambushes or just even like sieging settlements with like, you know, not a lot of troops, but if they don't have much troops themselves, then yeah, maybe I could sort of siege out the garrison and make them attack me. Maybe have an army that works better on the open field. So what? Make the enemy sally out, then defeat them in the open field. Stuff like that. Like stuff like where I have to think about, you know, not just thinking, I'm going to build a perfect army every time. Oops, it got a little damaged. Let's rebuild it. You know, like that's just, it's taking so long. And I know you all have noticed this. I think that this is also some place where mercenaries can come into. I think I could use mercenaries a bit differently as well, using them as a force that, you know, really does just sort of bulk up an army that has maybe lost a unit or two. You know, maybe I'm on campaign with an army that I've built out and it's all ready to go. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to kick ass with this army. And then I lose a unit of Nile Spears. You know, they're basically, I merge them together with the other units. So I'm down 1 unit of Nile Spears. Oh no, what am I going to do? What am my army comps? I love my army comps. How am I going to fight with an army without 1 Nile Spear? You know, train up a unit of Eastern mercenaries, plug them in. It's going to be a weak point for sure, but you know, that's how that works, right? Same thing with the Desert Cav. You know, lose a Desert Cav, plug in a unit of Arab cavalry. Even, you know, the camel warriors. What are they called? The Bedouin warriors? The Bedouin warriors, yeah. So I think that that's sort of how that should be working, you know, and that's flavorful, that's fun, I think, and then yeah, also just like, you know, so what if I don't have the perfect armies? You know, sometimes you just got to go, right? And so, okay, that's I think enough of that. I think that you all understand kind of where I'm coming from, and yeah. So not that there's been too many complaints, but I kind of I understand anyway, you know. I want you to know that I'm not necessarily bowing to any pressure. Y'all have been pretty cool about, you know, this campaign so far. So I'm not like bowing down to anything. I'm doing this for me, primarily for me. I understand that I do want to increase the watchability of this campaign, but mostly I want to increase the playability and the interest level in this campaign for myself. And not just for this campaign, but for this game in general. I need to, you know, finding ways to do things a bit differently. And, you know, I will stick to my guns and say that when I watch Blitz campaigns on YouTube, man, oh man, I do get pretty bored of that. I do like to watch, you know, slower stuff. I think that's more interesting. But there's definitely a middle ground here that I'm not finding quite yet. And I do want to try to find that. So, okay, that's that. If you have any comments, let me know what you think about this. But I don't think I said anything too controversial. I think you all understand where I'm coming from here. All right, for this campaign, it's time to attack the Seleucids. I just, you know, on that note, I gotta go. I gotta start getting going here. Tarsus, I like keeping this between myself and the Greeks. The Seleucids and the Greeks are allies, and I would rather not to have another enemy attacking me right now. So the problem though is that I got lucky with that last army that attacked my fort here, in that army had just skirmishers essentially and maybe some cav, I can't quite remember. And, you know, bingo, I was able to beat it with my chariots and my skirmishers. No infantry in this army yet. So, and this is my faction leader's army as well. Amos is hanging out here. Good general, but I can't get that lucky against, you know, for instance, you know, there's infantry, there's hoplites in this army, and pikemen. And yeah, more hoplites. So I need to have infantry to beat these armies on the open field if I were to like try to relieve a siege of this fort. So I'm going to do something that I've yet not done in any of my Rome campaigns so far, which is I think I want to retreat back to Antioch here and actually like try to get the enemy to attack me in Antioch. Now I do have, these are the stone walls. Yeah, so it's just a tier 3, but still, that'd be kind of fun to defend a settlement with stone walls. I kind of doubt they would attack me if I had a full army. Well, not even a full army, but even like just this, they might not attack me. But still, I mean, Pharaoh's bowmen and skirmishers and slingers, I can practice my sally out battles and try to do a bit of damage in that way. And I do have spears like on the way.
Mighty general.
These guys can maybe get up to Antioch in this turn. I think I have another Nile spearman here that could get up to Antioch as well. So that gives me like a little bit that can be in Antioch, just to kind of hold a city street or something like that, choke point. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun, actually. And I could, you know, obviously move back this Nubian spear as well to Antioch just to give myself a little bit more melee focus. And then what that allows me to do, I think, is that this army, they are out of movement now, but this is like a full, like, you know, this army is ready to crush. This army is ready to go. And I can move them onto Hatra. Now, can they beat both armies? I don't know. These armies look kind of like okay. There's some pretty decent units here, some decent upgrades. But, I mean, let's try, you know? Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's do something. This is a fine army, I think. I think this is a fine army, so it might be okay. This army wouldn't be too far behind it, but this army is a little bit caught in a sort of a tricky situation where, well, first thing it needs to take care of these brigands. Just one unit, no problem. But it also needs to kind of keep an eye on this army, which is threatening Palmyra, kind of going back and forth. Now, to sort of give this army something to focus on, for one thing, maybe by attacking Hatra, that can kind of sort of draw its focus away from Palmyra and out to that way. Or also this, Seleucia, by attacking Seleucia, like right now. Can I reach right now?
Mighty general.
So if I brought my full army with the infantry, I could just get to here. But still, you know, I could get pretty close to Seleucia, and I can probably get a draw out here by attacking the army that's on the outside, drawing out the garrison, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe win without needing the desert axes that I've been sort of saying that I must have to take Seleucia. Yeah, but whatever. Just gotta go. I have one unit of desert axes, so that's fine. And really, there's 2 units in this garrison, so, you know, what am I waiting for? Seriously, you know? So I think that hopefully by threatening either of the settlements, that does draw this army out. I do have some mercenaries that are on their way that they can reinforce eventually up in this direction. I do basically have like another, it's not quite a full army, but it's working on it, so I got the units up here. These guys, this is a really weak force. It's just sort of watching the pass. They're just kind of keeping an eye on things, and once Seleucia is taken, then they can find something better to do. But for now, I kind of like them here. And then Arsacia, this is a full stack, is it not? Oh yeah, I'm training Desert Axes here as well. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I can train Desert Axes here in Arsacia, get that going. And I suppose I keep thinking, like, would I be wanting to go for Parthia right away? Really? Honestly, I should do the smart thing and just focus on Armenia first. Focus on Armenia. Not first, but like once I've taken a Seleucia and Hatra, then focus on Armenia, try to get them to become a protectorate, and then, you know, try to take Campus Sakai. Let's get these peasants out of here. These poor guys, they've just been like on the odyssey of their freaking lives. So let's bring this fleet up here, and you come down, and we'll find something else for those peasants to do that doesn't involve just trekking across the entire world. And diplomat, did you have a purpose? Why are you just chilling on this bridge?
At once.
Parthians are chatting with him. Yeah, so we did. Wait, what's going on? Ooh, the pirates are blockading the Scythians. Oh, poor guys. Too bad I'm not your allies anymore, else I could help you out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm a little bit bummed that they chose to stick with the Seleucids and not me. That pissed me off. My God. But I will try to get that alliance back. I'm not giving up on you guys. I will attempt that further down the line. I think I have some boats here that are still making some moves. Yeah, let's move you guys out here. Wanted to drop a diplomat. off by the Greek capital so that we can continue to chat with them. Okay, let's take care of these brigands that are here, and there. So let's get you, and what's it gonna be? 1 unit of peasants. Oh my god, it's not... Oh Jesus, I better not lose... Good. I was like, if I lose anything, this is gonna be stupid. Alright, so we got rid of those... Alright, we're fine. So, as I was saying, I think I want you to kind of chill up in this area, just to kind of keep an eye on that army. And then down here, I know there is a brigand army that I need to fight. They're on the bridge. But I have archers. I have 3 archers, so, you know, that's something. It's a decent army. 7 units, 1 unit of bowmen. But, I mean, I should... Oh, thank God, nice. Sweet, I pushed them off. That's dope. So yeah, three archers, 3 skirmishers, and 1 rebel general. That honestly would have been pretty painful to fight, crossing that bridge. So I'm very happy that they did back off. That made it a bit easier. This is a fairly flat map, so let's get facing them there. And yeah, we have the cav advantage, we have the skirmish advantage, we have the melee advantage. We're pretty well set. We can definitely sell what their rebel general wants to hang out in the center. And I wonder if he's going to pressure... I got my skirmishers... I got my front line locked in, so if he wants to charge, I'll try to back up as fast as possible. But if not, they can move forward and they can screen my army. And what do we got? So skirmishers, the archers are going to be on that side. And I got my general and my Nubian cav there. And then on my left flank is just going to be 2 units of Nubian cav. And let's see, we're not in range of anything. Archers are in range. Awesome, so that's perfect. And yeah, let's keep an eye on this, because as soon as... Is he charging this unit? So if he wants to charge that unit, let's go here and let's start running. You want to start running? No? You just want to get hit. That's cool. Let's go here and let's go here. And the skirmishers are going right in. Alright, well, let's just teach them a lesson. There, and then there. And yeah, now our guys can run down. And yeah, we got the enemy general. Perfect. Enemy general is taken care of. And now let's go take care of all of these guys. And yeah, you can just go here. And you guys can go off of skirmish. Was Z. That's what. Okay, there we go. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, it should be fine. Just gotta wrap these guys up. Gotta break them. This last unit just has to be broken. And that is gonna be the battle. There we go. So yeah, they did kill 36 of our guys. But we got rid of the brigand army. Alright, sweet.
Glorious victory.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but, you know, you can have your day.
Orders?
Alright, so I think, is that it for brigand armies that are pestering me? I think so.
Mighty general. March.
So I have a little bit of money to spend. I guess, you know, I'll go with the old classic desert axes. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think that that low amount of money that I had, that like 793, I think that was like not even after building anything. That was just what I started with in this this turn, I think, which is bad. Yeah, that might be the thing that kind of made me like snap out of it and be like, oh my god, I need to act. I need to do something. Now my faction leader's army has been moved back to Antioch. I have these infantrymen that are starting to move their way up. Let's move this Nubian spear and let's have him abandon his post. Come back to Antioch here. And yeah, that fort's going to be disappearing during this end turn. Leaving me, yeah, it's going to be the most vulnerable I've felt in a long time. And it's not just that they can hit Antioch, it's that they can bypass Antioch and then perhaps kind of sneak into like the area of Damascus and Palmyra, which would be a little bit treacherous. I can't exactly block them up if they wanted to go in that direction, because I can't really, I don't know, if I put a fort here, maybe that could maybe block them from going in that direction and then funneling them into Antioch. I don't hate that idea, actually.
Sire!
If I wanted to put a fort here, yeah, I don't actually hate that idea.
Sire! Sire!
Because that would be disruptive if they went after either of these two settlements. You know? Because I want these armies to be able to focus on Hatra. I don't want them to have to kind of go back and be like, oh no, we have to defend our core territories. Like, no, let's not mess around with that. Let's bring Amos out to here and... Ooh. And he doesn't... Oh yeah, it doesn't have enough money anyway. Shit. Okay. Never mind. Let's go back. Okay. Okay, that's fine for now, I guess. What about down here, though? So this army... They've been moved out. And then Susa is like pissed. They really needed that garrison. Okay. What about taxes? Alright, that's fine. Alright, that's okay. Fine. 3 peasants and very low taxes will do the trick. And then let's put desert axes. And yeah, this is just kind of a... Not quite like the stack that I want to fight with, but like it's, you know, it's a bunch of reinforcements. That's fine. Bring them out. Just want to keep saving. I'm just this game has made me neurotic about crashes. And yeah, I think that that's all the money that I can spend. So let's just check my let's check my settlements and see if I can raise any taxes or lower any taxes. That's probably going to be as best as it gets. Yes, it is. Antioch, yeah, I can raise taxes here for sure. And Damantha, I want to keep it at very low until it grows. Palmyra and Susa Arsake, that's fine. All right. That all looks good. Actually, let me check. I want to get used to using this, not this. I want to get used to using this to kind of check the movement of all of my guys. So you're just hanging out in Basra, and yeah, okay. Yeah, this is useful. I'm not used to using this, so I would like to kind of get used to this.
Aye, great lord. Ready to sail.
Alright, so yeah, those boats are in the harbors. That's fine. And then
My liege.
you are... Yeah, it's kind of annoying how it kind of covers you up, but you know, that's fine. I can figure it out. If I could remember, memorize all of the province names, I could kind of know where they were. So that's something I can work on as well. But yeah, this is useful to look at it this way, you know? I'm just not really used to looking at it this way, but yeah, that's looking okay. I don't have that many boats in the water. Are these the individual boats? Because I thought these were like the fleets.
Orders?
Oh, these are just the captain. Okay, okay. Yep, I got it. Understand. I understand now. All right. That's looking fine. Let's drop a save, and then let's end this turn.
Take down fortifications.
Okay, we have a hunk. Okay, yes, you are. You certainly are a hunk. Good attacker. +1 attack when +1 command when he +2 command when he's attacking. Awesome. And management. I like you. Management, law. +2 to your general's hit points. Confident commander. Yeah, absolutely. 17 years old, and he's a hunk to boot. So let's go with that. 2,700. All right, that's better than 700. So we'll take it. And fact announcements. So Pamuel Alexander, the diplomat in Seleucia, Romana, Sulik. Where's that? That's that. Okay. Oh no, that's this. It was the diplomat that was hanging out with the Scythians. All right. And Eurydice is the new family member. See, Eurydice, like there's all of these like Bronze Age sort of Egyptian names in this for this faction, but Eurydice, is that not Greek? Or Hellenistic at least? I wouldn't be the person that knows. It just isn't, I don't know, that doesn't really sound Egyptian to me. That sounds more Greek. You know, like that could be more Ptolemaic, but you know, what do I know? Perfect, and oh. Not perfect. Alright, so we have some rebel boats that we need to take care of, or else they will start to blockade my ports down there. So that's something that God damn, God, seriously. Like, this tumor just sprouted right back up. Oh dear. Every time I think this man's like ready to retire, he's 79, you know? And he's like, please, please just let me retire. And I'm like, nope, you have to go kill some Eastern infantry, some archers, and then a mystery unit. So he only has 3 units of peasants, but hopefully he can recruit some mercenaries. I don't want to...
My liege.
I guess these Libyan mercenaries could go back and help out. Yeah. And then, yeah, luckily you are right here so that you can also fight. Yep, 2 archers, just fine. They can be dealt with, that's no problem. And you are the interesting one. I want to like continue to keep an eye on you. Because you didn't move like towards Seleucia, despite the fact that I'm, you know, very much threatening it at this point. And it should be very obvious that I'm doing so. So, alright. I think that you... So how far can you go? You can cross the bridge. What's your range? So you wouldn't be getting anywhere near that bridge. Do I want you to just hang out on a bridge for a minute?
March.
Because if you continue to move in this direction, then I don't want to send you by yourself. Now, if he backs off and goes towards Seleucia, then yes, then I will send you. But if not, I want to wait until this army comes up to back him up. Now, for these guys, I can move... Alright, so do I want to put that faction... Do I want to build that fort? I think I do. I think I want to build that fort. So let's try... like here, and then... fort. That seems like a pretty good spot. So let's put this, I thought I had a Nubian spearman. The Nubian spearman that was in this... in that fort? Where did he go?
Sire. Mighty general.
What in the heck?
Sire.
There you go. I just can't see. Alright, there we go. You go there, you go back there, and there. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Onward.
Alright, we got Nile Spears and Desert Axes, and now we have a little bit of infantry in Antioch. Alright, that makes me feel a little bit better about our chances of holding out. Now, they didn't make any moves. That's curious. It's a little bit curious, but, you know, that's fine. They are allowed to do that if they want to. Well, let's first take care of the busy work before we move on to the fun stuff. So let's get you out of the settlement, and can you... There's no mercenaries. Okay, that's not good. What can I train here? Anything? Just peasants. Alright. Gosh. Archers, Eastern Infantry. It's too bad that he doesn't have his, Chariot Archer General anymore, because that could, you know, just kind of skirmish with the Eastern Infantry and possibly take them out. I don't think Libyan mercenaries is enough backup, you know, to get the job done there. Petra can train Nubians. Jerusalem can train more stuff, so they you know, that's the closest, I suppose. I really don't want to send you down there, or anyone in your army, quite frankly. Damascus, they do have it. Okay, there's Egyptian chariot archers here in Damascus. That's something I could bring down.
My liege.
Yeah, let's just try.
Sire.
Let's see if that's enough. So let's send you down. Let's put you back in Bostra for now. God, I hope you don't die. I hope you don't die of old age. Oh dear. Hang on, sir. Hang on. And then, yeah, I guess these guys need to start making their way back. Also, let's go ahead and clear out these 2 archers that are hanging out by Palmyra.
Engage the enemy.
You, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yep, nothing to it. Let's do it. Just send the cavalry. YOLO, let's get him. Is that a farm out there in the middle of the desert? What you growing? You growing sand? Is that what you're doing? Well, in any case, let's go. Where are you at? Let's go. Cav, get him, boys. Now that we have them surrounded on all sides, let's send in the Nubian cavalry, like there. And then you go there. And then you come in on that side, you go, and then you go. And General can go up the middle, like that. Chariots can kind of hang back. And can we get them without them firing off any shots? It looks like they might have got 1 volley off on this side. And that's probably going to be enough to get the job done. Man, we actually took more casualties than I thought. My goodness. My goodness. There we go. What did we lose, 11 men? Man, 11 guys. Okay, though.
Victory!
They've been taken care of. Let's continue to... Yeah, like, we'll get close to this army. As close as we can. I'm almost tempted. Like, do I need to train up another unit of Egyptian chariot archers to send down here? I can only train chariot units up here. No, nope. I lied. I can also train slingers and skirmishers and Nubian spears in Damascus. Do I want help down here? I don't know what else is going to be in that. Like, what's that mystery unit? I don't know. Hopefully those 3 units, I can even like use the peasants if I have to. So yeah, hopefully they can manage those guys. And yeah, I guess I need to build more ships. So my biremes can't beat these guys 1-for-1, correct? But if I train 3 biremes, or is a trireme better? Should I do a trireme? What's the cheapest way of getting rid of 2 pirate ships? It's hard to say, because the upkeep is going to be 150, 100. They cost 100 more to train and 50 more upkeep. And then what about Petra? Can I train triremes there? Yes, I can. And Bosra can only do biremes. So let's just do like 1 bireme and 2 triremes. Let's just not mess around. I don't want to have to lose a naval battle and then have to like retrain these guys and then, you know, bring them back in. I want to get this done as fast as possible, and yeah, that's all of my money basically, just to get those 3 boats trained up. Yeesh. Yeah, so hopefully these units can take care of those brigands because I can't train anything else right now. But what I can do is I can go in and attack this army that's outside of Seleucia. So yeah, I think it's time to go. There's no general leading this army, and there's no character that I know of in here either, so... Got some more desert axes that can come over. I also have desert axes here as well, so they can assist in the siege if it comes to that, but yeah, I don't think so. Who do we have here? Jehetimes, Philometer, 3 stars, and anything else? Nothing else for morale, I don't think. Oh, perfect. Herodotus, +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Yeah, that's wonderful. And Doctor as well. Doctor's always good. And Cook, yeah, Cook's not. But +1 command when fighting against Easterners. The Seleucids are not Eastern, they're Greek, is my understanding, so that's not going to come into play.
Orders?
And yeah, no characters leading this army. Okay. Well, let's attack these guys.
Engage the enemy.
And shoot, I should have brought this army up. What was I thinking? It's fine. I can win this. What do we have? Archers, scythe chariots, peltasts, levy pikes, elephants. So we get to see elephants for the first time. That's cool. Phalanx pikemen. Yeah, that's a strong unit. Greek cavalry, militia cavalry, archers, peasants, some beat up levy pikes, and Bedouin archers down there. And this is going to have a character. So Klaytos the engineer, factionaire, 3 stars. What does he have? +1 morale for bloody. Okay, that's not great for us. Anything else? So nothing else for morale there. So just the bloody. So 3 stars plus the +1 morale. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, let's have ourselves a battle here. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
The smell, worse than any camel, is the enemy. Fear has unmanned them. Fear of you, oh brave warriors. Fear of you. And remember this above all. The gods watch us today. Be sure they are not ashamed by your actions. Now advance!
Okay, let's get ready to go. I like the weather.
Await my orders.
And how is this terrain going to be looking? So mostly open, a few dotted forests around, and we can get on whatever, high ground there is just by coming up here. And yeah, the enemy, so like they have chariots and cavalry, so you'd think that they would want to fight on the open ground as well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be looking towards probably just kind of right here is what I'm thinking. I am now all set up here, and I'm a little bit cramped here on my right side, but we can space out once we get formed up here. And yeah, that's
brought up more men. Send them to the afterlife.
That is a wide-looking army. All right, let's get my guy set up here. Chariots can come out. Maybe like that, and their cavalry looks like they want to be somewhat aggressive. Let's send my cav out there. And then cav on my left side, I think, can be a little bit more defensive. Like that. And then let's take this spot here and then see what they want to do. So Seleucids, the Scythe Chariots look like they want to... Alright, let's kind of... Once we hit our spot, I'm thinking about turning. No, they wanted... Okay, that's fine. I was going to turn to face them, but I kind of like where they're moving right now. And are any of my guys in range? No, we're not quite in range. That's fine. Let's move chariots up here. I have 1 chariot archer. And let's go desert. Kind of want the... I don't know what I want to do with these. Do I want them out wide, or do I want them closer to the infantry? I can't quite decide. And then on this side, yeah, I don't want to send my cav into the forest. Where are those elephants? Oh, the elephants are right there. And are we shooting yet? So we should be shooting. Yeah, peasants. I don't want to be shooting peasants. And on this side, what do they have? So Greek cavalry, militia cavalry, and Bedouin warriors, peltasts. So you would think that, like, I should have a favorable engagement on my right flank. You would think. Are they moving up at all? And archers, who are you shooting? Are you shooting the enemy archers? Okay. Let's start to turn a little bit here so that we can face them a bit better. And Desert Cav can back up a little bit. And if I can get them to come towards me, I think I would prefer if I could get some shots on those levy pikes. Let's see, levy pikes, and then levy pikes, phalanx pikemen. So those are gonna be the tough guys. But I'm tempted to force an engagement on my right side. Let's see, what do we got moving forward? Archers. I don't want archers shooting at my chariot archers. That's not what I want. If I could get desert cavalry though into those archers, that could be a good fight for us. Let's see, they want to send their Greek cavalry forward. Ooh, I mean, if you guys want to come forward, let's send my desert cav forward. And then chariot archers move back. Let's send chariots and then chariot here and then here. And that's going to be a good catch for us. Yeah, just getting a unit for free. Yep, thank you very much. I will take that. Yeah, that helps out. So let's go back here, like that. Then let's move forward here with my chariots. And now let's make sure that my archers are targeting... I think I want to go after the phalanx pikemen. I don't know if that's the best target because they might have the most armor. And then if they want to go after... If they want to charge forward with their scythe chariots, let's get ready to back up here. Let's just think about it. Yeah, you guys can back up. That's cool. That's fine with me. And then let's send my Egyptian chariots out to run down these eastern mercenaries. Oh, they're just going. They were running. Oh, they want to run. Okay, never mind then. Let's. Yeah, I want to get a little bit of like a good catch here, but not too much. Not much. All right, there we go. And ooh, I kind of forgot about this. Ooh, yikes, yikes! I forgot about the elephants. Let's get back with my desert cav, and yeah, can we get some javelins tossing into those guys? I know they have a bonus versus cavalry, so maybe they can get rid of those guys. And can I get some more skirmishers back here as well to help out against those cav? Are we doing okay? So we got one of those elephants down. Yeah, I completely forgot about the elephants. And let's try to get my chariots back. Alright, how are we doing here? So Peltas, I think I want to go after them with my desert cav. Militia cav, I kind of forgot about those guys. Because they can just run away forever. How are we doing against those elephants? Are they rampaging now? Jesus. They just ran through me. Oh my god. Holy crap. There's only one left, but holy smokes, they did some damage. Alright, skirmishers hang out here. And then let's countercharge. Oh, militia cavalry's going in. Alright, let's countercharge here and here. Yeah, we have to help our boys out. We're also just going to wrap our lines up. So let's go there. And then Peltas come forward here, and skirmishers on this side. Alright, they want to advance with their eastern spears and try to catch our guys. So let's send my Egyptian chariots forward, I think. And then hit them with my cav at the same time. And they still have some scythe chariots as well. So let's go here. Reform, and then let's see, General, get back. And I'll try to bring my guys out. Yeah, you need to run, please. Ooh, we're gonna get caught. Oh, scythe chariots, no! God, Jesus Christ, have mercy. Can we save my general? Oh, he might be so screwed. Oh my god, we got him. Holy smokes. Wow, alright, you need to get back, like now. Now. And do I have any desert cav left? Yeah, some desert cav. Let's try to run down some Peltas on this side. And desert, ooh, yeah, you're back as well, perfect. Militia cav, oh, yikes. Okay, yeah, you got a little bit. Yep, yeah, they got stuck. Okay, my bad. My bad. Alright, how are we doing on this side? Egyptian chariot archers. And they can keep shooting at whatever. And then Egyptian chariots can go after Peltas. Yep, that's good. That's a good fight. And then let's put some pressure over here. And yeah, we can hit those Peltas with you. And then chariots as well. Come over. Yeah, I got lucky there with my general. I got very lucky. So let's see, bowmen here, skirmishers. Let's go back out front. And Let's see. It might be time. Yeah, I probably, yeah, should be. I should just be going in and attacking them and trying to get as many of them as I can. So Egyptian chariots, let's go. Let's go. Let's try to get as many of them as we can here. What do we have? Do we have any guys back here? Those are my guys. Okay. And Desert Cav. Yeah, try to run down those Peltas. And 69% of them are dead. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get enough of them down. We can try though. Oh, this is gonna be close. Come on, can we get them? Can we get these guys?
These men are perfect.
There we go. There we go.
From the battle in terror.
All right, now let's turn around and pick off the remaining guys back here and there. And there's one last elephant. If we can just kind of shoot it with our Egyptian chariot archers, that would be preferable. How are we looking? 84% of them are killed. Oh, it's so close. So we have a few peasants here. And Egyptian chariot archers, can we shoot at that elephant? Oh man, we're at 84%. Can we? I don't know if this elephant's gonna count as the last percentage. If we can get him. Come on. Come on, archers. Egyptian chariot archers, get him. I don't want to send guys into a melee. I don't know how many. There we go. Hey, he's down. Is that gonna be enough? Oh no, 84%. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we didn't quite get enough of them down. Yeah, we killed 1,023, and then they killed 218. Is that all that we lost? Huh. And then the garrison didn't even make it onto the field, did they? Yeah, I guess they didn't make it. All right. Yeah, all right, that was fun. Definitely made some mistakes there, but that was fun. And yeah, what do we got? Barely hanging on to my general. That I got lucky there. He was caught out in the open. The scythe chariots hit him, and he hit back. So, bless his heart. Desert Cav, yeah, did well. 72 kills, 45, 54, and 129. Egyptian chariots, 78, 75, and then 92 for the chariot archers. Nile spears just kind of hung out and looked pretty. Not too many kills on them, but skirmishers, yep, 46 kills, and then 20 kills for the skirmishers. Nile spears, again, 0, and then this skirmisher unit got 19. And yeah, helping out against those elephants that were breaking through my left flank, very, very helpful indeed. And then yeah, bowmen, 64, 125, and 185, always NVPs, so perfect. Yeah, 25 casualties healed on my Desert Cav, yep, that feels good. 31 on the unit of skirmishers, yes, awesome. All right, that was fun. Got to fight up against some chariots and some elephants, and yeah, that was pretty dynamic, pretty interesting. So it's just wait, did we actually get rid of that army? Golly, that is so weird. Okay, wow, interesting. Yeah, I could have swore that number was like 85%. And then there's been times where I've hit that number, but then like the army survived, I'm guessing because the enemy general survived, and that was confirmed by another viewer as well. But then there's instances like this where, okay, I didn't get the 85%, I got the 84%, and yeah, that seemed to do the trick that armies know more. So perfect, that's awesome. Let's go in. Can we start a siege? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right. Let's do maybe that. And so I can't do construction of this siege equipment is not required. Is it because, wait, why? Why can't I use, I thought I could use ladders against stone walls. I mean, I can't use them against, lesser. Is it because I only have pikemen and skirmishers? Is that why? Huh. It's interesting. And also, why can't I build any... Construction of this siege equipment is not possible for the stabbing points? Huh. Again, is that because I don't... Is it just because I have the light infantry and the pikemen? Is that why? Huh. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I know skirmishers and light infantry can push rams and such. And maybe they can also push the siege towers, but yeah, that's a little confusing. Well, I don't know if there's any point in building a ram. I feel like for the defenses that are tier 3 and above, the ram never makes it to that gate. I don't think. I mean, unless you know otherwise. Maybe in instances like if you have artillery that can actually knock down the towers that are guarding the gate, then perhaps you can use the ram. But then wouldn't you just want to use the artillery to break a hole in the wall instead? Wouldn't that be better use for the artillery? I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the application of using a ram in a higher tier defense against a higher tier defense is. So if you have any thoughts on that, I would like to hear your thoughts. Let's just kind of do that. And I guess, yeah, that's going to be fine. 299. I know that I think he has like a trait or a retinue that gives him more build points. So maybe that's like what that's referring to. Yeah, I don't know. So let's maintain that siege.
Under siege, sir.
And we can bring you guys a bit closer to reinforce. And I do have some desert axes that can start to get a little bit closer. And some more desert axes in this army as well that can get a little bit closer. So that's nice. And you can't get there in time. Yeah, this Seleucia is going to fall whether or not like you turn in that direction or not. So yeah, nice. Cool. And I could recruit some Eastern mercenaries, but I'm too poor. I can't get it. Ooh, let's make sure I save. Yeah, let's do that. Now, can our boats make it up here? Yeah, looks like they can. So let's come up and let's have one of my diplomats. You can come up and hang out. This is Greek capital. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, let's just hang out. Let's just kind of... Ooh, armored hoplites, cool. Heavy peltas, cool. Militia cavalry, meh. Thracian mercenaries, and any other fun stuff? Great archers, Rhodians, militia, peltas. Yeah, hoplites, armored hoplites. What's the difference? Like, how much is going to be 12? And I can't. Why can't I? 12, 4, and 24 for the armored. So only one more attack and one more charge, but then it's going to be 5 more defense for the armored hoplites. So pretty gosh darn good. Yeah. Cool stuff. Just hang out with them. I don't know if there's any, should we talk to them? Is there any point? I get so discouraged of just like having people say again and again, like, no, we don't want your map information. Like, come on, just give it to me. Yeah, this can't, there's like, nope, just don't want that. I think I want to talk to... The Thracians still exist, correct? Yeah, they are there. Okay, so let's continue to move our boats up.
Set sail.
And we can hang out with them next. And yeah, the Pontics, they're going down. Looks like
My eyes are yours.
It looks like the Greeks are going to be taking them out. What do they have? God, they have 4 characters in here. You'd think that would be enough to kind of break out and do something. Cappadocian Cavalry, Pontic Light Cav, Bronze Shields. Like, what do the Greeks have that's so powerful that they can't break out? Yeah, a bunch of hoplites. You know, I guess that's the thing that you have against Cav, so I get it, I suppose. What are you doing? You kind of look like... You're advancing against the Armenians. You are not enemies with the Armenians. Right? You're not. Okay. Not yet, I guess. I mean, the Seleucids are at war with the Armenians and the Greeks are their allies, so they might be interested in just lending a hand. Maybe that's all they have in mind. There is a sneaky little Seleucid spy here that I must have missed from before, so he's hanging out right outside of Antioch. Well, guess what? I have an assassin who's also right outside of Antioch. What's your... Yeah, 2 eyeballs? Okay, 2 eyeballs against... 9%. Oh my god, this guy's a god. Jesus, 9% chance? Shoot. Might just have to wait you out. You're 56. You could possibly be alive for a while. Damn. I cannot beat a... Maybe I can practice against some diplomats. Can you get you? 16% chance? Alright, not great.
He's dead.
24, a bit better against those diplomats. 24, do I go for it? Yeah, I might need to train this guy up a little bit, so let's go after this Scipii diplomat. And, damn, okay. Yeah, you did not stand a chance against that spy if you can take out that diplomat, so... Assassin slain by bodyguards, unfortunate. And trait increase. Master of Assassins. So my faction leader got a trait increase? This man's reputation as an employer of killers now strikes fear into many. But the assassin died. +1 influence, +2 to personal security. 25% discount on agent training costs. I highly doubt that means I can train another one because I'm broke. Yeah, I can't. 2275 to train an assassin. Okay, well, someday I will have that much money again. Taking Seleucia should help. That should help. And then I didn't hang out the... Oh, what's this? The Scipio, oh my god. The Numidians, your doom approaches. Oh my goodness, what a foreboding thing to see. Just like a Roman army out in the desert, just marching on your town. Yeah, I have no vision on what they have. 4-star general, that's it. That's all I can see. And the Numidians, I mean, Desert infantry, 3 characters. So there's that. Yeah, I don't like their chances against a proper Roman army out in the desert. And then you know what that would mean. That would mean that the Romans would then be my neighbors. That'd be my first neighboring Roman, faction. So that's scary. I was kind of like in my head, I was kind of thinking like I could have parts of, Anatolia before I, neighbor maybe the Brutii. But my goodness, like if this mini map down here is correct, it can't be. Macedonians, well, this, the Dacians, Jesus, the Brutii haven't exactly taken that much, have they? I guess they have that, so that's okay. So they have something, but I guess they're doing okay. But I think the Scipii are doing quite a bit better. And then how about the... So this is mostly held by the Britons, I think. The Gauls do have... They still have Elysia left, so I guess that's it. Yeah, the Julii don't have much. They haven't taken anything down here, have they? No, this is still held by this Spanish. Okay. Yeah, I would like the Spanish to take out the Gauls down here. That'd be nice. I gave them some money, Okay, so the Julii have taken Carolus and Palma. Alright, so they've taken some islands. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that I would have taken some of, parts of Anatolia before I met the Jew. I kind of thought I'd meet the Brutii here. Now, maybe that might still happen. I wonder if the Brutii are going to get stuck here. How many guys are they fighting? They're fighting the Macedonians and the Gauls and the Dacians. I don't know if they directly border the Dacians, and they don't border the Gauls. That's not a real war, and the Numidians aren't a real war either. But the Macedonians, the Dacians, and the Greeks, yeah, those are real wars, and they're not at war with the Thracians though. That's interesting. Yeah. So they might be stuck here for a while. They might have some tough fights on their hands. And the Greeks actually might be holding down Western Anatolia as well. So like the Brutii might not be able to advance really for much further into Anatolia, quickly at least. And it might just be the Scipii down here that I'm going to have to worry about. So I need to start to consider building an army down here, like a decent army, actually, not just like a crap stack that I have from the beginning of the campaign. I do think I need to actually take Seleucia and have those hanging gardens of Babylon and the income provided by that before I can afford to build that army is my thinking. Okay, I'm ready to end this turn. Let's go ahead and end it so that I can possibly take out Seleucia. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Shouldn't be too difficult or long of a battle. And what do we have here? So 1,700 in the treasury. Yep, not great. Town expands. Demantha, finally. Hey, can I actually afford your building? Yes, I can. I sure can. Have yourself a governor's via Demantha. You've earned it. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Archimedes screw. Archimedes has invented a cunning pump that uses a spiral inside a pipe to lift water. This device enables mines to be drained and irrigation to be carried out efficiently. Okay. Probably the last few buildings that I have put build orders in for until I just became broke in the last couple turns. And yeah, we got some boats and yeah, the Romans are all at war with the Macedonians and the Dacians. The Dacians and the Gauls are allies, okay. And, okay, well, what? And the Macedonians are now protectorates of the Bruttii? What? No, that can't be true. Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie. Okay. And yeah, oh man, the Numidians, they're under siege already. 5 turns before it surrenders, but I bet they can go in. What do they have? Light Auxilia, Triarii, Hastati, Principes. So they have had the Marian reforms. Oh yeah, that's, yeah, duh, because I have the generals units that are not in chariots anymore, so that makes sense. Wanted to see, show me. What are you? You got some crazy eyes, sir. Galerius Cornelius. Stop looking at people like that. That's kind of creepy. It's not a good look. Can we, alright, can we get these boats?
Ready to sail. Aye, great lord.
Alright, we got these boats together, and
Prepare to engage.
we outnumber them by 60 men, so we should win. Alright. Sweet. So we got rid of those rebel boats, and
Victory.
let's just go ahead and disband these boats. We're not docked. Okay, you have to be docked. Alright, I'll learn this game eventually.
Set sail. Ships ready.
God damn it.
Ships ready. Combining fleet. Aye,
Alright,
great
you
lord.
guys will just dock next turn, I suppose. That's fine. Alright, let's try to... So you have not died yet. Thank freaking God. So let's go ahead and put you... like there, and then... you like there. And then let's attack, and hopefully we can get these guys. So 2 archers and 1 eastern infantry against my, like, general and a chariot archer and Libyan mercenaries. We should win this, I suppose. Yeah. Let's make sure that we are controlling both of the reinforcement armies. Oh yeah, and we do... okay, we're bringing the peasants in. Okay, I'm fine with that too. That helps.
Enough for final victory?
Okay, so they want to hang out on that little ridge there. Well, that's smart and annoying. So let's come here, and then here. And then, so... Libyan mercenaries... yeah, don't want to engage them without reinforcements. So where are my chariots coming in? They're gonna be over there? Okay. So they have quite a ways to go before they get in range. But since they are the Egyptian chariot archers, I definitely want, you know, I want them to be involved here, so I will wait as long as I have to. Okay, these archers are trying to intercept my Libyan mercenaries, and I don't like that. But if I can... if I could peel them off of that hill and attack them with some chariots, that would be kind of nice. Yeah, this could be kind of a tricky battle. it might be a tricky battle. I'm going to try to advance from all sides simultaneously to try to distract the attention of the 2 archer units. And if I can, you know, draw one of them out of the protection of their spearmen, I will take advantage of that. If one of the archers advances on a unit that I don't want them to shoot at, like the Libyan mercenaries or even these chariots, maybe I can sort of draw them out and kind of draw them off of that hill. You know, maybe the peasants can sort of like advance. Yeah, are they like coming down? Yeah, I might want to come back here and yeah, just kind of pressure, try to just keep pressuring from all sides simultaneously, like get the general around here. And yep, peasants just keep moving up. And looks like they're kind of ignoring the mercenaries, the peltasts. Let's see, archers. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. All right, archers are isolated. So let's go forward with our general and our peasants and get rid of him. And that's exactly the pick that we needed. Oh, thank God. Yeah, thank God. So that's going to help out. So those archers are sort of being like drawn out by those chariots. So yeah, let's continue to draw their attention. And now those spears want to move towards my my forces here. So yeah, we got rid of those archers. That's awesome. Get rid of that last unit. Perfect. Let's get the general up and let's keep moving up with the peasants. And now chariot archers, where I need to get reoriented. So let's move back because the spears are charging you. And now let's just charge here with my general and my Libyans. That's perfect. And then let's get my chariot archers back so that we can shoot into these guys. And then yeah, peasants just bog down the spears. Like go here, try to bog them down, and then you guys get a rear charge in with those chariots. And then yeah, we can chase down them, get a good hit on those archers. And now let's have you get a rear charge here and then a rear charge here. Peasants just bog down the spears. And then I might need the peltasts to help out against the spears as well. Yeah, general did a good job against the archers there. They're running away. And are we gonna break these guys? Or are they winning? Who's winning this fight? I can't tell. It's kind of a mess, but I feel like the peasants are actually kind of holding, and the chariots are obviously causing chaos. Yep, that worked out. So yeah, we did lose 69 men, but I think a lot of that was probably against peasants. So yeah, that'll do. That'll do. All right, that old guard, that general, he's still leading decisive battles here. Good job. Good job. You can go back to Damascus to retrain. And then you can just continue to march out east, and then yeah, may as well retrain these peasants. They served did their job well, yeah. Yeah, Tahotep, man, you are a G. Shield bearer, was that +1 to the valor of your general's bodyguards? Okay, yeah, nice. And that's the one I just got. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of a cool one. Let's see, Antioch, why are you so sad? Very high taxes? Okay, I guess that's why. That makes sense. You're just kind of pissed off by that. You can move up, and what? So is this general? Okay, so yeah, he is decided a little bit too late that he wants to save Seleucia. That's not going to be in time, and that is opening up Hatra to me. And these forces are all split up. You know, they got some forces here. It's a bit smaller, and then a garrison, which is bigger, and then that for. Okay, so I have to decide how I want to tackle these split up forces. But I set enough at Dionysos is close enough to be able to start to, support this army. So that is nice. But without any further ado, let's fight this. I can have these desert axes reinforced, although I'm probably not going to need them, and then you as well, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I want to have any of these armies reinforce because I don't want them to throw their lives away against the settlement defenses. It's literally just a general's bodyguard and then a unit appel test. So if I play this correctly, hopefully I don't lose too many soldiers.
Attack!
Yeah, let's assault. Let's take it. Yeah, I don't want... I just want to control him. That's it. Actually, okay, now that I looked at his army, let's just double check this, make sure we're good. Alright, that's good. And yeah, let's take this.
This will be a grim day. All days of battle are grim. But how much worse must the day be for our foes? They face us, the finest soldiers in the world! So, let your battle cries ring out clear and loud. Death! Death and glory!
Death and glory. Let's go. And aren't those not like the hugest siege towers you've ever seen? Look at those things. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go. Yeah, this will be fun. This is gonna be my second battle fighting against tier 3 walls. This is only tier 3? Oh wait, no, this is tier 4, isn't it? That's why I couldn't use the ladders and the sapping points. Yeah, I completely like misread that, I guess. I think it's because I was looking at my settlement defenses for Antioch and I saw that those were tier 3, so I don't know, I just kind of mixed it up. Yeah, this is tier 4, right? Yeah, I mean, it looks big and these look huge, so yeah. All right, cool. That makes sense why I couldn't use those siege equipment. How do I want to do this? Head on? Spread them out? I'm not sure. It looks like, yeah, let me just kind of look around, I guess. So I can't deploy around to this end, although this kind of looks like I don't know, it seems like there's less towers over there. So that's kind of an idea. That seems like a bad spot because they can get crossfired from there. Maybe just attacking head on? I don't know. Anything over here look okay? Anything? Yeah, I can actually deploy around to this side. Ooh, this looks kind of... Looks like there's a lot of area over here. Like, this looks okay. Attacking from this side? Maybe that's what I do. That seems like a decent section of area that doesn't have like a lot of tower coverage is kind of what I'm thinking here. Like maybe one, and it also, I don't know, it feels really close to the wall. Maybe it's the same distance all the way around, but I feel like this is like very close. So like if I just kind of do you there and then have you coming in on that side, and then I don't think I want to go deep into the middle because then I'm going to get crossfired from two sides there. So maybe just come in. You can perhaps come in here, and then maybe just kind of doing the other one like here. I don't know. This seems a little bit dangerous, but again, there's like nothing inside this settlement, so I guess I don't have to be too worried about it. How is this looking? I'm thinking about sending archers and skirmishers backed up by more Nile spears on the flanking towers, and then in the center going a little bit lighter with archers, some skirmishers here, and I think, yeah, just my backup spears are going to be on either flank. And then my cavalry, including the general and the chariots, just going to be waiting for the gate to be opened for them. And I want to, oh yeah, I want to make sure that these guys are set to fire at will. So that we, Because yeah, I think their like ballistas are actually super strong, and they get stronger as they get higher in tiers. So yeah, they should be pretty good here. But again, I don't even know if there's going to be
enough for final victory.
anyone guarding the wall here. Because the general obviously can't be on the wall. I also don't know the range of the settlement defenses. Like, are these guys safe here, or are they going to get pummeled? I'm not really sure. I imagine they should be far enough back. And the reinforcements, so they're not coming on, are they? You're waiting to enter the battle. Okay, so they're not coming on. All right. And yeah, I want to see these guys. So there's nothing for them to shoot at. They don't shoot at the like settlement defenses. They don't shoot at like the towers. They shoot at like units that are on. And what they've taken 0% damage? Seriously? What, are those like arrow towers doing no damage to the siege tower? I mean, okay. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's get these skirmishers going. You go, and the spears go. And bowmen start moving up.
Siege towers are at the enemy walls. Now your men
Move
must
up.
open a way
Move up.
to the city.
And move up. Go, go, and then go. And yeah, the skirmisher's job is going to be to run around the walls and to basically claim all of the towers and the gates for us. And then our bowmen can line the walls and see if we can sort of get the enemy to charge out at us. But it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're just pretty happy sitting on the central plaza. Oh no, what's this? It looks like the general.
Siege towers are
Yeah,
at
the
enemy
general's
walls.
kind of
Now your men must open a way into the city.
peeking around, but it looks like he's also heading back to the central plaza. And I've heard that there can be some issues with units using these tier 4 towers. So hopefully we don't encounter any issues here. You're not in phalanx mode, so you should be able to. You're gonna start to make your way up, right? Yep, looks like they're getting it. They're getting that part down, so they're figuring it out. Then how are we doing on this side? Are you guys getting in, or are you guys screwing up? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Not really sure if the deal is there. And we got guys in. All right, sweet. We got some guys. All right. So, skirmishers, head on up. You guys get out of phalanx so that you can get up as well. In fact, you're getting shot, so actually, yeah, let's just get you up. And not spears. Actually, I was going to send the skirmishers, but just so this tower can stop shooting, let's have you run in that direction so that you can shut that tower off. Are you guys struggling? You guys need help? You guys might need some help here. I get it. It happens to everyone. Happens to everyone. And how about on this side? Yep, you got up. Perfect. So let's move here. And then let's move here to turn these towers off. And yep, you come off of what's that? Yeah, it's H. That's what I thought it was H. Yep, here you go. Skirmishers come up. You guys come up. And you guys come up. And there we go. We're claiming the towers. We should be safe now. Let's get my skirmishers up. And as I said, they will continue the job of claiming towers. And are you guys struggling? Just struggling, absolutely. Okay, it seems like some of them are figuring it out. I don't know if by pushing in bowmen, I don't know if that helped or hurt. I don't know if that helps kind of push them forward. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a trick to this. A trick to kind of getting them to unfuck themselves. You just have to kind of draw them back. Because it seems like some of them are getting up here and they made it. They somehow made the leap. I don't know how they did that. Or do I draw them back again? Is that the play? So we should have the gates now, correct? I think so. Let's try moving our cavalry forward. And I don't know if there's any point in bringing my chariots in. It seems like these city streets are pretty tight and narrow. I don't know. It seems like sometimes with the lower tier settlements, there's kind of like an area where you can't bring your chariots where they can at least provide some supporting fire for their chariot archers. But in this instance, it seems like it's, I don't know, I'm not really seeing a spot where they would fit. Oh shit, did I not take this tower? Oh shit. Oh, this unit of bowmen got massacred. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh, I thought that I'd secured like all the towers. What about this? Is this Egypt? Yeah, that's belonging to me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. You guys might need to go this way to secure that tower because yeah, that bowman unit, they just got wrecked. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, that. Yep. I missed one. So let's send those spears out to secure that. And perfect. It looks like our cavalry is getting inside. So let's see. Can I just fit them? Can I just... There you go. Perfect. And again, I don't really know if there's any point in bringing my chariots inside, but they can at least get closer, just in case there's like a dumb thing happens. So skirmishers are moving around, securing the perimeter. And now I suppose it is time to get my spears set up, and I'm going to try to learn a lesson here. I think that instead of doing like a split push on the city center as I've done in the past, let's make sure my spears are stacked and they are supporting each other in one central like alley. What's it gonna be? Where am I attacking from? I can't quite get vision on this. Am I coming from here? Where does this go? Does this go? I'm getting lost here. How do I approach? Huh? Maybe I came in from the wrong. Maybe I should have come in from a different section. Because yeah, I might have to come all the way around here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I may have come in. Okay, so there's a little. It's interesting. Yeah, I think I liked coming from here because of the external defenses, but the internal like maze seems to favor attacking from a different direction. Perhaps I don't know. Uh-oh, I hear some more towers shooting at me. Oh, this goddamn tower. Are you guys gonna make it? Maybe try running. Maybe running will make you live longer. Because yeah, this fucking tower. Oh god, it's just killing me so quickly. Oh my god, this tower's insane. This tower's insane. It killed a unit of bowmen and now it's killing a unit of spearmen. Oh my god. This thing. Holy shit. Okay, how the freaking heck? Okay, you guys, 71 of you, start running now. Start running now. Take this and run. 71 of you, if you're running the whole way, should be able to take that tower. Okay? Golly. Okay, we've managed to take the Tower of Doom, finally. No more men will die to that freaking tower. Oh my god. See, it's a good thing I'm learning lessons like this in a battle where it's, you know, gonna be easy to win, as opposed to actually facing a competent garrison. Okay, I have finally made it to where I'm almost at the city center here. And I have my Nile Spears. I had brought in some reinforcements as well. And these guys are going to march in close formation down this tight little alley, to the best of my ability. And then I have some archers and skirmishers behind. Not as many as I would like. I have, you know, 2 units of skirmishers that are still patrolling the borders of the wall. I have a couple more that have come on as reinforcements, but it just takes so long to get them here, so I'm not going to be That'd be asking too much, I think. I'm running low on time. 13 minutes remaining. That should be enough time to, yeah, win this battle here. So let's get set up like here. And yeah, I want to make sure that like this is done right. I need these guys like stacked as close as possible to be able to support one another, so that when that general's bodyguard unit comes crashing into them, I need these guys to hold. Okay, they are sending their peltas forward. Oh, that's yeah, a little bit annoying, because they're going to be able to start tossing their javelins. Are they in range right now? Yeah, they're in range. Oh god, that's going to be doing some decent damage against my Nile spears. And I only have these 39. Where are these archers? I thought they... Oh, you're still behind. Oh god, you have to get up here. I need you. I have some chariot archers here, but this is the only place where they can fit, really. So other than that, it's going to be up to these 39 bowmen to try to counter skirmish these peltasts. I do have some skirmishers of my own. I have some 80, 68. Still, oh god, these guys are going to be able to do... Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Okay, we can start getting some shots with our archers. So can we get some shots in on the general's bodyguard? And then try to draw him forward? My skirmishers are out of range of their peltasts, so I can't use them. But there we go, alright. So the general's bodyguard is charging in, and if I have to, I can... Oh, come on, get him! Get him! Keep your spears down, boys, keep your spears down. Keep your spears down. General, use your rally ability. Try to keep the morale of these guys up. And then skirmishers, throw your stuff in here. Shoot into them. And then, yeah, men. How are we doing? He's down to 29 guys. Oh man, this can be brutal. They seem like they're holding pretty well. It says they're eager, but oh, the general just leveled up, and he's starting to kind of like turn the corner here. Let's see, he's down to 17 men. Down to 14. I feel like my men are holding. It says they're still eager. Let's see, can I use his encouragement ability again? Yeah, let's try to keep these guys' morale up. Down to 10 guys. And I think that having like the thick stacked phalanxes, I think that did help here. You know, keeping these guys' morale up. Okay, alright, he's down to 6 guys. There we go, alright. Yeah, that was a bloody engagement, but he should be going down here. Is this is him right here, right? Come on, someone stab him! Get him! There, he goes down, alright. There we go, and he goes down, and then he goes down, there we go. Now we just have to get rid of these peltasts. And let's see. Archers. We have where did the archers go? Archers? Okay, you're right there. Alright, so you guys can come forward. And let's move up my stronger unit to try to give the guys in the front line a bit of a break here. Now we just have to draw these peltasts off of the plaza and then break them, and then that is going to be the end of this battle. So, let's go ahead, get a volley in. And yeah, skirmishers still have volleys left as well, but they are out of range. Yeah, let's go ahead, let's get these guys. 61 men left, and they charge forward. They are off the plaza. My guys are ready, they have their spears down. And come on, charge forward. You got some javelins pouring on into them. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it? No, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. There you go. End battle. I'll take it. So I did lose 484 men. A couple of that was just some blunders with the the fortifications, but you know, that's a learning experience. And yes, I've taken Seleucia. Right. Oh, that feels good. Feels good.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Yeah, let's exterminate. Population to be massacred. I forgot to check the population. I'm assuming I need to exterminate them is my assumption. That's going to give me 12,000 money, and it's going to kill 13,000 of their people. Yeah, considering that it's like a tier 4 settlement, it probably needs to be exterminated. Would be my guess. And I don't want to enslave them because my settlement's already like fine, so yeah, that should be fine. And look, they're happy. They're into it. Yeah. What's the population? So it's 4,000. Okay, so so is it 17,000? I guess that's not too extreme, but I mean, yeah, they're happy. Look at it. They're into it. Yeah, wonder captured. Awesome. Oh, look at this. We got a little video. Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It's kind of loud, but I will read it off to you if you can hear me. The Pharaoh's warriors have captured a wonder of the world to add to the glory of his throne. The Hanging Gardens give a 20% bonus to farming income in all settlements. The gardens were attributed by the Greeks to Nebuchadnezzar, 604 BC to 562 BC, who was said to have created them to please his wife or concubine from Media, who had a passion for mountain surroundings. Whatever the truth of the matter, when Alexander's soldiers returned from Mesopotamia, they told tales of the wonderful ancient land and its gardens that they had seen, the cunning irrigation systems and many terraces of plants and trees, all in the middle of a desert landscape, were seen as a wonderful luxury and a work of genius. Babylonian records oddly do not have any references to the Hanging Gardens. And that's enough of that. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool video, but man, that's some pretty loud music. You probably couldn't hear a single word that I had said. All right, I tried though. Let's repair now spears, skirmishers, and archers, and Egyptian chariots. Okay, that's fine. I can repair those things. And let's also repair the cavalry stables. That's going to allow me to retrain my desert cav, I'm assuming. And awesome temple of Hephaestus. That's kind of cool. Yeah, upgrades to light weapons, heavy weapons, armor, and experience to troops trained here. Let's keep that for now. In fact, let's hold off on retraining stuff until we repair that so that we can actually get those bonuses for our troops. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now with the Hanging Gardens, what's my income? Ooh, actually, hold on. Hold the... Oh, that's all right. Financial. What are we looking at? Projected treasury of 17,000? All right. That's an enormous amount of money. That feels pretty good. All right. Yeah, that's a big boost. And I can go back to playing this faction how I've wanted to play it the entire time, as a rich, filthy motherfucker. And that's just in time too, because I'm going to have to start building up an army down here in my core Egyptian territories to start looking in the direction of the Scipii to say like, hey, back off guys. And we can start to threaten Hatra with my two armies that are up here. This army is now isolated and it can be defeated by the forces that I have out here around Seleucia. That shouldn't be an issue. And yes, I can also begin to consider my war against the Armenians. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.